Buckle up as we dive into the grueling world of elite special forces, where warriors endure near-impossible training, master Cbrn Response, and neutralize high-stakes threats from car bombs to covert sabotage. From the icy challenges of Hokkaido to the high-octane missions of Okinawa, these units push human limits in a deadly game where only the best survive.
Did you know that only 20% of recruits complete the Thai Royal Special Warfare Squadron's brutal 2-year jungle training? Formed in 1962, the Thai Royal Special Warfare Squadron is one of the most secretive and elite military units in Southeast Asia. Recruits undergo 24 months of silent jungle warfare training, surviving on less than 1,000 calories a day for weeks at a time. Trainees must track and identify 50 different jungle species by sight and sound, all in complete silence. Only 20 out of every 100 recruits finish the program, the rest are eliminated due to physical or mental limits. These warriors can survive for weeks in the wild, using only their training and the jungle itself as their weapon. And they must do it all without speaking, not a single word for 2 years. Which Special Forces unit is the most elite? Drop your answer below. What if you had to run 20 miles in under 2 hours, carrying 90 pounds, just to stay in the game? Canada's Joint Task Force 2 is the nation's most secretive and elite special operations unit, and only 7% of candidates make it through selection. The selection process is brutal. Candidates must march 30 miles with 90-pound rucksacks in under 6 hours. They endure 45 days of sleep deprivation, cold exposure, and relentless mental pressure, all without official recognition. The unit is so secretive that even the Canadian government doesn't officially acknowledge its existence. And yet, these soldiers are trained to operate in complete silence, in any environment, under any conditions. Only 7% make it through, and those who do become the most elite soldiers you've never heard of. Did you know a Canadian unit trains in temperatures colder than Mars? Welcome to the Arctic. Canada's Joint Task Force 2 was formed in 1990 to protect Arctic sovereignty and respond to chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear threats. Only 6 out of every 600 candidates complete their brutal Arctic survival training. They must construct a shelter in under 20 minutes to avoid hypothermia in 40 below zero temperatures. Their Cbrn gear alone weighs over 150 pounds in extreme Arctic conditions. They even practice swimming in ice water wearing full gear to simulate lake rescue scenarios. Which elite special forces unit is the most prepared for the impossible? Did you know a single Canadian unit disarms bombs more complex than any in the world? The Canadian Joint Task Force 2, or JTF-2, is the nation's premier special forces unit for explosive ordnance disposal. Their selection process is brutal. Only 20% of candidates complete the 32-week training program. Training includes underwater bomb disposal, live IED simulations, and disarming explosives in high-stress environments. Each year, JTF-2 EOD teams handle over 200 explosive threats in hostile environments, often with no prior intel. In one of their most famous missions, they disarmed a bomb inside a moving train in under 3 minutes, blind and under fire. And scientists still can't explain how they do it, every time. In 2006, a single car bomb hidden in a van nearly exploded in downtown Toronto. It could have killed hundreds. But no one ever knew it happened. The Canadian Joint Task Force 2, only 20 members strong, neutralized the threat in under 20 minutes. Each member is handpicked from the Canadian Armed Forces, only the top 0.1% make the cut. Their selection process is brutal, over 30 weeks of elite training in explosives, combat, and counterterrorism. They master close-quarters combat, urban operations, and high-risk hostage rescues, all in complete secrecy. In 2006, they stopped a car bomb in a van, without a single public announcement. No panic. No headlines. Just silence. Which Special Forces unit is the most elite? Drop your answer below. %. That's the selection rate for Japan's JSDF SAT, only the most elite survive. The Japan Self-Defense Forces Special Activities Team trains in Okinawa's deadly jungles, a place where survival is a skill. Soldiers endure 30 days of brutal survival training, carrying 70 pounds of gear through venomous terrain. With a dropout rate of over 85%, only the most resilient complete the course. At night, they operate in total darkness, relying only on sound to avoid booby-trapped zones. They train for high-risk missions, from counterterrorism to hostage rescue, in any environment, at any time. And scientists still can't explain how they do it, navigating pitch-black jungles with nothing but sound. Only 20% of candidates complete the JSDF SAT selection process in the frozen wilderness of Hokkaido. The JSDF SAT, Japan's elite special forces unit, was formed in 1992 to handle high-risk operations in extreme environments. Soldiers endure 30-day survival missions in -20 Fahrenheit conditions, carrying 70-pound rucksacks through 10-foot-deep snowdrifts. They train in complete darkness, simulating combat in blinding snowstorms with zero visibility. Their training includes cold-weather survival, mountain climbing, and long-range reconnaissance in some of the harshest conditions on Earth. In 2018, they conducted a simulated Arctic rescue mission, navigating through a blizzard to extract a downed pilot in under 24 hours. And they do it all in complete silence, even the snow doesn't hear them coming. Did you know a frogman can stay submerged for 20 minutes in freezing water? The Norwegian Frogman Commandos, part of the Royal Norwegian Navy, are among the most elite special forces in the world. Their selection process is brutal, only 10% of candidates complete it. They train in temperatures as low as 20 degrees Fahrenheit, swimming a mile underwater in under 20 minutes. They practice sabotage techniques on sealed, pressurized mock submarines to simulate real missions. In 2014, they conducted a covert operation to secure a nuclear power plant during a simulated Arctic crisis. And scientists still can't explain how they endure such extreme conditions with perfect clarity of mind. Only 30% of candidates complete the Norwegian Jaegers' brutal Arctic survival training. The Jaegers are Norway's elite special forces unit, formed in 1948 to operate in the harshest Arctic conditions. Trainees spend 40 hours in sub-zero temperatures without a tent or sleeping bag, just a knife and a canteen. They build snow shelters strong enough to withstand 50-mile-per-hour winds, and they do it in the dark. 70% of candidates fail in the first week, from hypothermia, exhaustion, or simply giving up. They melt snow for water using only a 20-ounce canteen and a piece of hot metal, no fire allowed. And they do it all in silence, because in the Arctic, even the cold is deadly. What if you had to survive in -40-degree weather with only snow and a knife? For Norwegian Jaeger candidates, this is just the beginning. The Norwegian Jaeger is one of the world's most elite special forces units, formed in 1952 to defend the Arctic frontier. Their selection process lasts 18 months, longer than most special forces programs, and only 20% completed. Candidates must run 30 miles in full gear through sub-zero temperatures, and that's just one of the daily challenges. They train in the Arctic Circle, where they must build shelters from snow and hunt reindeer to survive. Only 6 out of every 60 candidates earn the Jaeger title, and they become masters of Arctic warfare. Which special forces unit is the most elite? Drop your answer below. What if you had to survive 100 days in the jungle with no food, no shelter, and no modern tools? This is the Thai Royal Marine Commandos, the most elite jungle warriors in Southeast Asia. Their selection process is brutal. 600 candidates start, but only 120 finish the 100-day jungle survival test. For 30 days straight, they track and evade simulated enemy forces. No sleep, no rest, no food. They're trained to drink from contaminated water sources, and survive without illness. Only 20% of recruits complete the entire course, the rest are medically evacuated or wash out. And scientists still can't explain how they do it. Did you know a single SOBR operator can clear an entire building in under 2 minutes? SOBR is Ukraine's most elite special operations unit, formed in 1994 to counter terrorism and secure high-risk targets. Their selection process is brutal, only 20% of trainees make it through 30 weeks of training. They train in complete darkness, using night vision gear and suppressed weapons to operate undetected. In 2014, SOBR secured the Mariupol airport under heavy fire, holding the position for over 72 hours. They practiced disarming bombs using only a toothpick and a stopwatch, under 10 seconds. Which Special Forces unit is the most elite in the world? Drop your answer below. Only 30% of recruits make it through the 6-month selection course for the Danish Jutland Landing Regiment. This elite unit, part of the Danish military, was formed in 1947 to conduct amphibious operations in the harshest conditions. Trainees must swim 10 miles in full combat gear during North Sea drills, in 10-degree water and 20-foot waves. They train in 40-knot winds, mastering landing craft operations under extreme weather conditions. One of their most challenging feats. Night landings using only moonlight, no GPS, no lights. These warriors are the only Danish unit trained to operate in all-weather amphibious assaults, and they do it with precision. Which Special Forces unit is the most elite? Drop your answer below. Did you know only 3% of candidates complete JTF-2's brutal 2-year selection? Canada's Joint Task Force 2 was formed in 1993 as the country's premier counterterrorism unit. The selection process lasts 24 months, longer than most elite special forces programs. Candidates must run 10 miles in under 50 minutes while carrying 60 pounds of gear. From over 1,000 applicants, only 30 to 40 soldiers graduate each year. Psychological testing includes a week-long solo survival simulation in the Arctic to test mental endurance. And scientists still can't explain why only a few survive this ultimate test of will. What if only 15% of candidates ever complete one of the world's toughest special forces programs in just 12 months? Welcome to Canada's Joint Task Force 2, an elite unit formed in 1993 to neutralize IEDs and chemical threats. Candidates must complete a 20-mile march carrying 75 pounds of gear in under 4 hours. They undergo a 24-hour chemical warfare simulation, all in full protective gear. Only 20 to 30 soldiers are selected each year, from hundreds of applicants. And even recruits from other elite units often fail, over 80% drop out during final selection. Which Special Forces unit is the most elite? Drop your answer below.